Hello and welcome to this new video. Today, I'll explain why Tesla could reach a market capitalization of $5 trillion and the reasons for it. In this video, we'll look at the general financial data and then examine the short, medium, and long-term price targets. Let's begin. Welcome to this new video. I want to start with Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk. Some people like him, some don't. But you have to understand something. Elon Musk has a special position at Tesla. Every CEO is important for their company, of course, but part of the stock's valuation comes from people believing in Elon Musk's vision. Without Elon Musk, Tesla wouldn't be valued as highly. With the stock package of around $55 billion, Musk must meet important criteria before he gets it, and he will likely do everything to get that package. This should be one of the reasons to be bullish on the stock. Elon has built it from the bottom to the very top. When valuing Tesla, one should give Elon Musk particularly strong weight in the assessment. Now let's look at the financial data. Tesla makes $95.75 billion in revenue and a profit of $13.65 billion, corresponding to a PE ratio of 61.5 and a PS ratio of 8.9. This isn't exactly cheap, but if you consider the expectations he must meet to receive the stock package, these ratios will come down significantly. Now let's look at some data. EPS, or earnings per share, is at 4.28. This is very important and what most professionals pay attention to. The other data are gross margin at 17.78%, net profit margin at 14.41%. Before we continue, I want to briefly explain Tesla. Tesla is not just a car manufacturer, so it shouldn't be valued as such. Tesla is valued this way because they are very advanced in autonomous driving and AI in general. Now let's look at the competitors. Tesla can be compared to Ferrari. Ferrari isn't in the electric car industry, nor does it produce in mass. Ferrari is a luxury car manufacturer. They have a clear market dominance in the luxury market. Their books are booked out for years, and one can guarantee revenue growth with high margins, which I highly appreciate about Ferrari. The other well-known competitor is BYD. There was a lot of attention when BYD overtook Tesla in electric vehicle deliveries. Another Chinese car manufacturer is Li Auto, whose stock is also quite good. One of my stocks in my innovation portfolio is XPeng. XPeng is like Tesla. They are focused on innovation, while BYD is more focused on mass production like Volkswagen. If you want, I can also make videos about Chinese stocks. This week, stocks like Baidu or JD.com have risen strongly. In general, if you want videos about stocks or cryptos, write it in the comments. Now let's look at the future prospects. For earnings, the forecast is that it should rise by 12.7% and EPS should rise by 11.2%. Auto earnings growth should be 12.5% and revenue growth should be 14.4%. Now let's look at revenue growth, which is expected to rise strongly from $94.74 billion. A profit decline is expected for the end of 2024, which I will also show on the chart, but after that, the profit should rise strongly again. Now let's look at the financial health. Tesla has very little debt, 7.5% to equities, and the debt amount is $4.87 billion. Overall, it looks very healthy. Now, as you know from my old videos, let's look at the largest shareholders. Elon Musk holds 12.9%, which is already a lot for a CEO compared to others. But then come the famous names: Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street, and so on. I think it's good that Elon Musk still owns a fairly good amount of shares because he might have a different opinion compared to the asset managers and can even assert himself. Now let's look at the price targets. Before we look at it, leave a subscription and like the video. In my opinion, Tesla didn't find its bottom at $100, but at $138. This is structurally determined, and therefore one should evaluate the rise from the $138 mark, not from the $100 mark, which makes it more bullish. Tesla broke through a very important zone a few days ago, which was also very important to me. It was around $220, and now it's going downhill. At the multi-year trend change, I bought shares massively, and at the short-term zone, I bought futures with leverage. I entered at the upper edge and am currently 53% in plus. I sold a small part of my positions because it's in my target zone. This zone is not yet a short zone because the stock can still rise further before it undergoes a short-term correction. It's now very important that the stock exceeds the $300 US dollar mark, because then my alternative from the chart would disappear, that we hadn't found the bottom at 138, but could go down further, but that's very unlikely. Unless there's a massive upheaval, I'm going with the bullish target. If Tesla makes a short-term correction, that is, from the short-term high, it should make a 10 to 20% correction. That's my expectation, that by the end of the year, it might even come earlier. We'll go up to $360 or even test the $400 mark before we experience a sharp correction if expectations are not met or exceeded. Now, let's look at my long-term view. My long-term view is, as I explained, that Tesla in the following years, that is, 3 to 5 years, it might extend further, reaches a market capitalization of about 5 trillion US dollars. This is based on the fact that Tesla currently has a market value of 800 billion, and if you look at it percentage-wise, the minimum, and I honestly think this is too conservative, is that Tesla's market capitalization triples. I assume that we will see prices of $1,229, which would be 365%, and an extension would be percentage-wise 426% and would be at $1,088. Which from today's price targets would correspond to a market capitalization of about 5 trillion US dollars. In summary, my price targets are between $812 and $1,088. The next video will be about our YouTube portfolio, and I will go through everything and compare it with other indices. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope I could give you a clear opinion from me. This should not be investment advice.